Hello everyone, welcome back to RCH Builders. So it's been about a week since I poured that 1.5 tons of concrete. Something that I did off camera before I left, before I got back in the truck, is I did pull off all this. There was a whole bunch of, you probably would have noticed in the beginning, there was a bunch of poison ivy, poison sumac, and some other vines that were all grown up all through here. And I went ahead and I pulled them off so that they would die out, just get rid of them. Also, I had started just a little bit of this brick, not much. I was basically just doing it in between carrying the concrete, so no big deal on there. Wasn't much, didn't really worry about showing it, but it was hot, and I was just trying to at least let that work on dying. But today I'm going to go ahead and actually mow this lawn down to a standard height. Go ahead and get rid of all this brick and finish the last 2 holes underneath here, unless we do add in that porch over, and we might add a pier or 2 over there. But otherwise, we're going to go ahead and finish these last 2 holes and be done. These ones that we did last time, they're all set up. They're a little bit rough from where I had to keep redoing them from the neighbor's dogs walking in it, but that's fine for the purpose that they are. Them being rough is actually perfect, is better than them being smooth, and they're not really that rough, just slightly. So gonna go ahead and probably get started with doing this concrete. I'm going to at least carry the bags in. Then I may go ahead and start some of the outside work and then come in here where it's shaded and cooled to cool off while mixing the concrete. I may do that to do as much out there ahead of time. That's actually probably what I'll do. So I'll just bring the bags in here so I don't have to try and carry them when I'm tired. And then it'll be set up and it'll be ready. And then I'll start doing some of the cleanup and all that outside before it gets super, super hot. It's supposed to be in the high 90s today, so it's going to be nice and hot one again. They're estimating about 97 with a heat index in the hundreds. So it's going to be hot, but that's where I live and what I got to deal with. I have to work in it every single year, so we're going to get started. Alright, so that's all of the concrete poured. Went ahead and just poured it all instead of starting outside and then coming in. Just wanted to make sure that it got done so that it could set up. But that's it for that. Now we'll move on to the next thing and see how far we get with that. Alright, so I'm not sure exactly when, but the heat had got to the camera and made the phone turn it off. But I went ahead, cleaned off these steps. You can actually see them now. And I have done that front part, and I dug up the root system for the bush that was over here so it can actually be mowed. I'm going to do that the same thing up the other side, around the back, and then back down through this side. We'll just see how far I get. I'm not sure how much of it I'll be able to actually get on camera with the heat doing that to the phone. We'll see. I'll try to set up the camera in the shade in different spots, and maybe that'll help. We'll just see. But otherwise, I'll just try to give like little shots, snip shots afterwards. So of course, cleaned up this pallet here, cleaned up this mess, and then dug up that root system over there. And now I'm going to go up through that side over there, doing the same thing, picking up any little trash, just carrying the bucket with me to do that. So that's one more side done. Now I'm going to start going down through here, and I got a huge pile of stuff here. This is all from the very first time we came down and cleaned up around here, which wasn't even actually on. Y'all missed that video. There was an issue with it. That was it would have been the very first video for the series, but we were wearing company shirts, and you know, my wife was concerned about issues with safety and all that, as far as just people knowing exactly where we are at the time, especially. So we've done some stuff or whatever, but with that being the case, either way, we didn't end up using that video, but that was left there. I had asked some of the guys to clean it up and throw it in the dump trailer, and apparently they never cleaned all of it up. There's actually a lot of what was up there too. That's what took so long with that. And my wife, of course, she was down here last time that we mowed the lawn, where you saw that, the Holy Moly video. And on that one, you know, she was cleaning up as much as she could, but with how tall the grass was, you couldn't even see it. I mean, even with this, I cleaned up probably 4 or 6 buckets of trash out of here, between actual trash and, you know, sticks and everything. And I still, while mowing it, I found a whole nother bucket because I couldn't see it. And so the last time it was even worse, of course, couldn't see nothing. So, you know, she was doing the best she could, and there was still a good bit. There was that big old pile out front that she did. But today, where now it is shorter and more manageable, I'm trying to actually fully clean it up so that from here on out it'll be good. I'm not sure how much is on it. My phone overheated again, so I'll probably do a lot of it off camera, but I'm going to see, at least get you a good shot of what is here, so I can do a shot at the end of what gets done. We'll just see what happens with that. Alright, so I think my phone's cooled down enough. So I've cleaned out this corner some, a little bit. I cleaned up the little stuff on the ground, and then I started just going at it. That tree right over here, I trimmed it up so that it's got all the lower branches are gone. They're just scraggly, messed up looking. And now I'm working my way across here trying to knock this out. So see how far we get. My trailer's already getting pretty full because of some trees and stuff, so I may end up having to not finish this today, but we'll see how far we go. one. So I'm getting tired. Been out here a while. It's hot, super sweaty. I've cleaned out a lot, actually. That brush was out past where this is a little bit, and that all the way up through here. And I've cleaned it out over here completely, and that right there is probably, considering the way that those are, I'm gonna say that's probably about 70% done. So, but like I said, I'm tired. I gotta pick up all this stuff, tools and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and call it a day. But as far as for now goes, hope y'all enjoyed watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you the next time.